Fatal Productions, music, podcasts, video. The novel Fatal Equation by Gethyn Jones is published by Amazon as an eBook, paperback and audiobook. It's coupled with a companion album of original songs by Coolstar. In this podcast series, Gethyn talks more about this highly unusual combination of book and album and how it came to life.
Hello again. I'm Gethyn Jones, and this is episode 2 of my podcast series featuring my novel and companion album, Fatal Equation. I can almost hear you asking, what is he on about? Is it a book or an album? Make up your mind. Well, it's both. A romance novel about a songwriter and producer trying to make his way in the music business, and an album of his actual songs. So, read the book, listen to the tunes. Last time I introduced this podcast from the beach, because it's a place that genuinely inspires me. So much so that I included it in the novel that this podcast is all about. Yeah, we were talking about what it is that fires artists, painters, composers, poets to persevere with their creative work. Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me it seems to come from, dare I say it, another dimension. Words, tunes, they just come when you start strumming your guitar or typing the keyboard. It's like a sense of knowing, a trust in what's taking place and letting it flow. And that feeling brings a sense of euphoria or ecstasy that you get whilst going through the creative process. Sounds terribly pretentious, doesn't it? That's the best way I can put it, though. A natural high that you don't want to stop. Another question frequently asked of authors is why? Why write the book? Why write the song? Why grab that brush and watercolours? Let's embrace the elephant in the room straight away. Ego. I'm sure ego is one of the main reasons such people create and then go on to share their work. But it isn't necessarily a negative thing. You actually need a level of ego to give you the strength and the determination to go about your creative work. And it's what sets you apart from others who choose to spend their time doing other things. Ego is drive. I try to use mine positively, but if it should ever get out of control, I can rely on being told to get off my high horse very swiftly. That I know. Anyway, back to why we're here. Looking at the romance novel Fatal Equation. Well, last time I introduced you to the main characters, Ali Kermey and Laura O'Brien, and Laura's pal Alice Kingston. Well, today we'll meet more of the colourful folk who support Laura and Ali as they wend their loving way through a series of obstacles that threaten their love for each other. Not least Laura's stepdaughter in Ireland, who's bitterly resentful towards Laura and furious that Laura inherited anything, let alone a fortune, from her late father. Talking of Frank O'Brien, we'll be hearing how he made his fortune in racehorse breeding. Javed Kermey is Ali's father. When Ali was just 16 years of age, Javed removed his son from the family home to live with friends 80 miles away in Portsmouth. He says to protect his son from the fallout from a major scandal. Time has since proved that it was more about protecting his own business interests. We'll also meet Becky Davis, Ali Kermey's close pal and occasional lover at the start of the book. And Finn O'Donnell, the events organiser who brought Ali and Laura together, albeit unwittingly. And we'll be hearing some more of the songs from the Fatal Equation album by Coolstar. All the tracks on the album are written by Ali, whose quirky taste in 70s and 80s rock and pop rubs off on his songwriting. However, I should stress that Fatal Equation is not a musical, so Ali doesn't burst into song to move the story along from time to time. His music is incidental to the storyline.
Well, I'm feeling down, I'm looking for some place to hide. You're the only one I need right by my side. All through the night, you're always there to bring me back when my mind is heading off somewhere wild. When I look at you, everything is cool. When we talk it through, when I'm getting tired and down, you're always there to bring me round. When I'm falling out of line, I'll turn to you and feel just fine. In the darkest hours of the night, lying in bed just waiting for the light, I reach out my hand and I feel alright, 'cause my baby's got my back and now I'm right on track. Walk back when I need a hand to bring back some peace of mind. I need a gentle nudge, a touch of the loving kind. All through the night, the troubles always grow, and somehow I know I just can't let them go. Then I look at you and everything is cool. When we talk it through, when I'm getting tired and down, you're always there to bring me round. When I'm falling out of line, I'll turn to you and feel just fine. In the darkest hours of the night, lying in bed just waiting for the light, I reach out my hand and I feel alright, 'cause my baby's got my back and now I'm right on track. Walk back, yes I'm back. When I'm getting tired and down, you're always there to bring me round. When I'm falling out of line, I'll turn to you and feel just fine. In the darkest hours of the night, lying in bed just waiting for the light, I reach out my hand and I feel alright, 'cause my baby's got my back and I'm right on track. When I'm getting tired and down, you're always there to bring me round. When I'm falling out of line, I'll turn to you and feel just fine. In the darkest hours of the night, lying in bed just waiting for the light, I reach out my hand and I feel alright, 'cause my baby's got my back and now I'm right on track. Walk back, yes ma'am, I'm back.
I'm Back by Coolstar featuring Liam Wakefield. one of 18 tracks on the album Fatal Equation that's released in conjunction with the romance novel of the same name. And I'm the author, Gethyn Jones. So to recap on the storyline. Sick of roughing up late rent payers for his despicable father, Ali Kermy is determined to make a go of his songwriting and DJing. Could a chance meeting with an older woman, Laura O'Brien, at one of his gigs help him realise his dreams? Despite the couple's obvious differences in age and culture, they're completely blown away by each other. The stunning Laura O'Brien changes his life in an instant. They date and soon become inseparable. They make plans. How to kickstart Ali's music career, and how to make use of the ridiculous amount of money Laura has inherited from her late famous racehorse breeding husband Frank O'Brien. But the pair's backstories combine to conspire against their genuine happiness, as they're led on a tortuous and sometimes life-threatening journey. Let's just say that their relationship is tested to the nth degree. The cruel challenges they face would wreck most relationships. Ali considers himself to be a rational thinker, but he happily admits that he's a bit of a dreamer too. He'd have given up his musical ambitions long ago if he based his decisions on hard reality. He's dabbled with many motivational ideas over the years, some quite esoteric, very out there. He became fascinated with the law of attraction at one stage, liking the idea of welcoming and facilitating realities. From that came this song, another that illustrates how incredibly diverse his songwriting is.
Change. Everything just stays the same. Some folk are stuck inside the groove, glued to their views, too scared to move. Always preaching, coming from an angle I can't handle or abide. Step into the vortex,
Living in the Now, a track from Coolstar featuring Nick Bowen on vocals. One of 18 songs on the companion album to the novel Fatal Equation, which chronicles the passionate and somewhat unlikely romance of Ali Kermey and Laura O'Brien. In this episode, we're meeting some of the other characters in the story. Becky Davis is 26, bright, determined and clever too. She has long, straight, dark hair that reaches down her back. She didn't fancy launching straight into a law career after getting her degree, and has had a string of temporary jobs ever since. She's currently biding her time waiting tables at a Mexican restaurant in Portsmouth. At the start of the book, she's Ali's pal. Well, a bit more than that. Actually, quite a lot more. She enjoys spending time with Ali, an arrangement that suits her very well. She likes the fact that he's considerably older than her, and she admires his general take on life. They share a similar sense of humour, both like good food, and meet up when one or the other feels like it. Nice and casual. She's got too much going on in her head at the moment, and doesn't need the complication of a more formal relationship. Just as well, because when Ali meets Laura O'Brien, things change very quickly. Laura's relocated to live in Hampshire to escape the memories of her short but happy marriage to Frank O'Brien, one of the world's richest racehorse breeders. He left her a lot of money, and a pair of spiteful, angry stepchildren. Stephanie and Richard O'Brien are bent on destroying their stepmother. Stephanie's hatred for Laura is off the scale. She'll do anything it takes to recover her late father's estate from his widow. A devout Catholic, Stephanie at 38 is slightly younger than her brother Richard. She married another O'Brien, much to everyone's amusement. She's a tall, striking woman who mastered the art of turning men's heads many years ago, more often than not taunting, teasing and turning on admirers on their approach. She knows how to work men and gets whatever she wants, and that includes her long-suffering husband Sean. How or why he agreed to marry her is a mystery to many. Stephanie O'Brien doesn't do weakness, full stop. She's a successful businesswoman with a string of bars that she runs with a fist of iron. Needless to say, she's not popular with her staff. She pays great attention to her appearance, from her eyelashes to her toenails, and everything in between. Her beautiful face, high cheekbones, and a perfect set of white teeth disguise her true, unfriendly and bitter persona. But how far will she go?
Every day I wake up, I see you, I need you. Can't believe it's really me here right beside you. No matter what they say, they can't take it away.
May December by Coolstar featuring Erin Newman, Ali Kermey and Laura O'Brien in a nutshell. There's been much talk about Frank O'Brien. We know he was enormously successful as a racehorse breeder and extremely rich. We also know he died far too young, leaving behind his second wife of just 4 years, Laura, in pieces. What's his background? Before his rise to success in breeding, Frank was a successful businessman with money to spend and invest. To start with, racing was an amusement, really. He bought a couple of horses without too much thought. It was a way of entertaining business associates at the races. He admits that he didn't really know anything about horses. It wasn't until he bumped into Joe Kelly that he realised that there was a business opportunity as well. Joe was, at the time, a big name in racing circles as a trainer, and he told Frank he'd soon be wiped out if he didn't change his ways and create some form of plan. He told Frank that the real money in racing lay in breeding and stallions. So, on a handshake, they decided to work together. And the rest, as the well-worn saying goes, is history. Frank O'Brien hit the jackpot. Sadly, the love of Frank's life, his wife Catherine, was diagnosed with breast cancer. Her drawn-out demise was painful, and after her death Frank struggled to look at life without his beloved partner. His children were of little help, internalising their own grief and anxieties, doing little to help console their father. Eventually the pain eased, and Frank looked differently at his success and the wealth that it had brought him. He became very grateful and proud of his Irish heritage. His tragedy had ironically heightened his popularity. Everyone adored Frank O'Brien. He brimmed with likeable self-confidence and liked to think he was master of his own destiny. However, out of the blue, an extraordinary thing happened. When his grieving for Catherine eased, he hadn't been on the lookout for a new companion. So, when a bright young journalist arrived on his doorstep with a photographer one day to write a story for the Dublin News, he thought little of it. But that's how Laura Conran became Laura O'Brien. Time for another track from Coolstar. This is for Frank, a true Irish patriot. Homeland, with vocals from Erin Newman and Alan Finlan. When asked what his top life priorities are, Javid Kermy, Ali's father, will always say family. Ali would beg to differ. He would say business, business and more business, closely followed by Javid Kermy himself. Ali has good reason to hate his father after all that has happened. He's sick and tired of being tied to his father, working for him with his two cousins Ham and Cam as a bailiff, chasing up his father's late rent payers, often using force. Javid Kermy is a wealthy and stealthy man. His business empire extends across the south of England and parts of the northwest. He has hundreds of properties, many of which are rented by students. Thank you very much, Tony Blair. It's a business he built up from scratch and is run by him and various members of his family from Kermy Properties Limited in Bromley, Kent. Javid is a big man. Big ego, big business, big appetite, big belly. And he has big plans for Ali, and he's used to getting his own way, with just that one possible exception, his younger son. But he takes comfort in knowing that he has life-changing leverage, and he won't be afraid to use it, probably sooner rather than later. When just 16 years of age, Ali was whisked away from his family by his father to live with friends in Portsmouth, all to avoid the fallout from a scandal that Ali triggered. Ali never returned. Nearly 20 years on, Javid Kermy is still using that scandal to force his son to work for his property rental business, a job Ali loathes and is deeply ashamed of. All Ali wants to do is write music and DJ. He sees his current life as a complete mess, and he's desperate to escape from his father's clutches. It's A Mess by Coolstar featuring Alex Lark. I'm Gethyn Jones and we're talking about my book Fatal Equation and the album What Goes With It. OK, stand by your beds. Here he comes, Finn O'Donnell, an organiser of events and team-building exercises. At 65, he's a sweet man, a gentleman. He's ex-Royal Navy, and when in service was responsible for organising a range of events, on several occasions functions involving members of the royal family. He's made a great success of his business, and lives in some splendour in a large Georgian house near Wickham in Hampshire with his wife Samantha. Samantha learned about Laura O'Brien when getting her nails done by Alice Kingston in the village. After hearing the shocking details, in a neighbourly gesture she suggested that Laura accompany Alice to a lunchtime party she and Finn were organising, to welcome Laura to the area and to introduce her to other locals, help her settle in. Laura bashfully accepts and is soon glad to have made that choice, having a great time and hitting it off with Finn O'Donnell. It's mutual. She fills him in on her extraordinary story and her career as a journalist at the Dublin News. She explains that she's now ready to integrate in the community. Impressed and touched, he offers employment to Laura on a casual basis, an offer she gratefully takes up. And it's at the first event that Laura and Ali meet, and the cosmos lights up. Here's another song written by Ali that demonstrates how versatile his songwriting skills are. It's his big thing, writing something different every time. He's been advised to write a musical, and he reckons the next song might be a contender.
What do I see when I look in the distance? What do I feel in my heart? What do I hear when the wind is rising? What do I understand? Slipping sands, winter waves, standing alone, holding on. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting for midnight. Why am I blind when I look at the picture? Why don't I look inside? Why are my eyes always filled with sadness? Why aren't I feeling alive? Breathing fast, faking smiles, standing alone, holding on. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting for midnight. Show me light, restore my life there's some better ending. A stop to this pointless pain. Lift me up, pull me through. Standing alone, holding on. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting for midnight. Standing alone, holding on. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting for midnight.
I'm Waiting for Midnight by Coolstar featuring Ian Bartholomew. I owe Ian big time. Ian Bartholomew is the reason this podcast is being broadcast. 5 years ago, he suggested that I write a story featuring my music. A screenplay, or something similar. A logical home for my songs. As well as being an experienced and accomplished actor, Ian is no mean singer, as you just heard there. He's done several spells in musicals in the West End, a far cry from his youth when, as a 14-year-old, he appeared in a school pop opera that I wrote with a friend Chris Brady, called The Sixth Day. I'd like to think that early appearance helped his career, but I know it didn't, of course it didn't. Anyway, thanks to Ian and all the other fabulous singers and musicians who've contributed to the Coolstar album. Next time, I'm going to take you out of Ali and Laura's world and bring you back to reality and look at the music. I'm going to take you to the remarkable recording studio where we recorded all the songs for Fatal Equation. Also happens to be Ali's fictitious studio too. It is actually situated inside a functioning church. And I can't wait for you to meet my co-producer, genius musician and friend Nick Bowen. We're going to take you through how we put the Fatal Equation song together, from my demo recording here in my office to the finished master. How this...
When I first saw your smiling eyes, it was whoa, whoa, here we go. A flash of light so warm and bright, we chased the stars all through the night.
turned into this.
When I first saw your smiling eyes, it was whoa, whoa, here we go. A flash of light so warm and bright, we chased the stars all through the night. But we couldn't figure it out. Where did all the passion go? What happened to that fire inside? I wonder now what could have been if we carried on to build our dreams.
Fatal Equation, the novel, is available in various formats at Amazon and other outlets, and the accompanying album by Coolstar is streaming on all major platforms.
It was a fatal equation, holding hopes and building dreams. Fatal equation, thinking big and digging deep. Oh, where did it go? Did it go? I don't know. Was it simply a matter of time and place? I thought the love we had was real. It was slow to start.